Okay, so our story about the theory of the rose and a little bit about the Hindu trilogy, so you understand the power of creating and destroying. First, let's talk about the metaphor of the rose, which is a metaphor of life. In the way that the rose goes through lots of different cycles of life, like I mentioned before, that we go through tumultuous times where it's harsh and hard, and times where we flourish. And so the metaphor is a great symbol for how we do our lives and what we think about ourselves and all of that. The rose is also was used to convey messages without using words. And they used to put a rose outside the door as a symbol to show that it was a confidential conversation. And so the sharing of secrets, which is really what I love about the rose, is that we're really putting our secret thoughts about ourselves that we hold close to us because it's scary to reveal them. Some of the things that we actually think about ourselves that aren't so kind. So it's a symbol for that, for confidentiality, and also just transformation, love, passion, humility, death, and rebirth. So that's why we use it. Now let's talk a little bit about the Hindu trilogy. So the three gods are Vishnu, or actually Brahman, Vishnu, and Shiva. And they are in perfect balance with each other. I mentioned in the teaching about how creating and destroying are equal. They absolutely are. Brahman creates. That's Brahman's job. Brahman creates, and that's all Brahman does, is create new stuff and keep the process of creativity happening. Vishnu is the preserver and really the essence of kindness and preservation. And Shiva is the destroyer. And all three of those are actually very important, and they create balance in our lives. We are really working with the concept of letting go, Shiva, and Shiva just destroys for the sake of destroying. So it doesn't matter what it is, it's Shiva's rolling through that process of destruction as a way to make room for, not that this is Shiva's problem, because it's certainly not, but making room for the new, which is Brahman's job. So we can't keep creating if we're not willing to let go. It stops our creative process. It brings it to a halt. There's only so much we can continue to gather before, it really weights us down, which is the process that we're trying to shift and create relief around. So when you're thinking about blowing roses, I want you to think about the areas of your life that you need to let go of and destroy and eliminate. Just like kids in a sandbox. That kids in a sandbox, part of the fun is creating it, but equal to that fun is destroying it. Kicking it and leveling it out again and then starting anew. So our life is really about that. And I think sometimes too, when we live in our culture, more capitalistic culture, we tend to accumulate, and we don't know when to stop because it's like an addiction. And we do that with our thoughts and our ideas and our identity and how we want to be seen in the world. So this is really a process of taking a deeper look at that and be the rose. Let go where you need to let go of. Let go of your secrets. So that'd be that. That's our story.